Good afternoon. I am Major James Cleek, the commander of the Training Bureau for IMPD. I would like to welcome you to the graduation of the 14th IMPD recruit class. Please join me in standing as the members of the 14th IMPD recruit class enter the auditorium. Please remain standing as our Chief's Honor Guard present the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Forward. At this time, I would like to ask Chaplain Patricia Holman to lead us off with prayer and a blessing.
If you would please join me in prayer. Today, Father, we thank you for the men and women of the 14th recruit class. We thank you for their dedication and, yes, even their determination, because they've ran more miles than a marathon runner. They've done more push-ups than a professional athlete. They've endured hours and hours of sitting in a seat, listening to instructors and taking notes. And yet they were dedicated and determined. They stood outside and fired countless rounds at targets to check and see if they were able to shoot what they were shooting at. They did hours of instruction to make sure that they knew when to and when not to. They've been looked at as a group, as a whole, in smaller groups, and hours of one-on-one looking at them as individuals. And yet they were dedicated and determined. They've been out on the streets of Indianapolis and they've encountered citizens both with a smile and those not so friendly. And yet they remained dedicated and they endured. They spend hours away from their families. They've missed birthdays. And yet they remain dedicated and they endured. Now we ask, oh God, that you would watch over them as they go out alone. Some would think, and yet they never will be, because you stand behind them, watching over them. And we ask, God, that as they go out, that you would watch over and keep their families. We thank you, oh God, for the professional staff at the training academy, because before they can give out hours of instruction, they had to endure hours of instruction. And so we thank you for them. We ask, oh God, that you would watch over and keep the chief of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and his staff, the mayor of this great city, and all those who are here today. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Welcome to the Indiana War Memorial as we celebrate this great day by honoring the members of the IMPD 14th recruit class. We would like to thank the Indiana War Memorial for this beautiful venue. The Indiana War Memorial sits on 24 acres of parks and monuments honoring our veterans. No other city in the United States maintains as many acres dedicated to honoring veterans, and only Washington, D.C. has more veterans monuments. To all of the veterans in the room, we thank you for your service to our great country. We would like to welcome everyone, and especially all of the families of our recruits, as well as the members of our community who have taken time to be with us here today. I would like to thank the command staff here to my right and other officers who are also present today. I would also like to recognize some of our special guests. On stage we have Mayor Joseph Hogsett and Chief of Police Brian Roach, along with Chaplain Patricia Holman. I would like to thank the members of our merit board, Daryl Pierce, Nikki Moore, KP Singh, Michael Morkin, and Joseph Slash, many of which are here today. I would also like to welcome any of our city councilors who are also present today, as well as Indy Public Safety Foundation, Dane Nutty, Rick Fuson, and John Meerland. Also, Central Indiana Police Foundation, Danny Overly, and Rick Snyder, our FOP president. Thank you all for your willingness to be here and to continually support your police department. The next group of people are very special to us and have demonstrated an unwavering commitment, dedication, and sacrifice by choosing to put others before themselves in a different way by training and developing our graduates over the past year. I would also like to thank our training academy staff members, which you'll find all over the auditorium, range staff, field training officers, and any of our community members who have helped us train these fine recruits sitting before you today. The members of the 14th recruit class have completed some of the most rigorous and diversified training in the country. Often we describe their training as a very large puzzle, with not one piece being more important than the other. Together, these pieces help build a very balanced police officer, one who is ready to face the many adaptive challenges ahead while preserving life and valuing people through dignity, respect, and trust. Let us celebrate and focus on these courageous men and women who are willing to serve our community. The newest members of our IMPD family have completed almost 2,000 hours of training over the last 48 weeks. They have studied and practiced written and verbal communication, trust, legitimacy, procedural justice, cultural diversity, physical fitness, emergency driving, law, tactics, procedures, use of force, de-escalation, mental health first aid, report writing and crisis intervention, and many others. Unlike many other agencies across the country, they have completed their 20 weeks in field training prior to graduation, as they were in your neighborhoods on the job with field training officers by their side. Our chief has challenged us to continue to build a very agile and balanced officer, one who must be prepared to protect, serve, solve complex problems, and also be community-oriented and minded. One who works hard and sees and treats people as people. We have responded to this request by continually improving and diversifying our training and by including outside experts in the community all along the way. The results have been excellent, and these fine officers who sit before you today have answered the call. In a very challenging time in our country, and when citizens not only need but demand a higher professionalism and service from their police officers. We are confident these officers are ready to take us to the next level, and without further ado, I would like to introduce the next three speakers. We will have remarks from our Mayor, Joseph Hogsett, our Chief of Police, Brian Roach, and then our class speaker, Anna Nichols. Mayor, would you like to come to the podium?
Thank you, Mayor. Well, good afternoon. To the 14th recruit class of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, to all family and friends and supporters, neighbors, to the command staff, to the training academy staff, to the city of Indianapolis as a whole. Today is a very special day for our community and for these individuals. Today we welcome 36 new officers to the finest police department in the country. 36 men and women who will take an oath of honor to serve the city's residents and to keep our community safe. 36 women and men who will come to work every day and put their lives on the line for the citizens of this great city, for the well-being of Indianapolis. 36 men and women who have undergone, as the major and the chaplain have indicated, rigorous training in order to be ready when the call comes in and it is time to act. 36 women and men who will truly be part of the greatest police department in our country. I am so proud as mayor of this city to be associated and to consider as colleagues the public safety professionals here today. There come times when my role is to serve as the voice for all of our citizens, to speak, if you will, on their behalf. That's precisely what I'm doing when I say how grateful I am, how grateful we are for your service. We are all grateful. It's no secret in living a life of service to the community, you may never get the true recognition that you all deserve. The rest of us will never fully understand what it is like to wear that proud uniform But as you serve your neighbors here in Indianapolis, never doubt, please never doubt, that your contributions are felt in the very heart of our community. You are our strength. There will no doubt be trying days when you call upon the training that you've received to respond to both crisis and tragedy. And you must trust that you are the right person for the task at hand. For despite the challenges to come, know that you are ready to face whatever comes. And then there will also be days when you feel as if you have the best job in the world. And I urge you to hold on to those feelings and all of the hope that comes with it, because it is the truth. For thanks to you, we get to work, we get to play, we get to live meaningful lives. That is what you are. Protectors of this community, protectors of our way of life, guardians of our city. So, as Mayor of Indianapolis, speaking on behalf of all of its citizens, I thank you, I congratulate you, and I wish you Godspeed. May God forever bless this class. May God forever bless our city. And may God forever bless the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. I thank you.
Chief, please come to the podium.
Well, welcome. Never thought you'd be here, right? Well, I hope you feel puffed up a little bit after the mayor just spoke, because you ought to. Some glowing words that you don't hear all the time, so remember those, because you'll need to call upon them from time to time. First, I'd like to thank you as classmates, as new members of the police department, for having done and gone through everything that you have done. It's significant. And I think those of us who have participated in it, have seen you and have done it ourselves, really realize all the work that that takes and that you have to undertake. Appreciate the Academy staff and everything that they did in order to get you to this point. They truly care about you and think about you and want the best for you. And it's hopefully you saw that as they were trying to prepare you for this day. Appreciate the FTO program. You really go out into the streets with that book knowledge, but you learn quite a bit in that FTO program, how to apply those things that you learn. So appreciate that our FTO staff and everything that they've done. Without the mayor and the city county council and your merit board, you guys wouldn't be here today. This is the first time that we've been at this number of police officers in quite a while, and with the desire for them to make this city safer and to allow us to have more and more police officers. It's something that's quite frankly hasn't happened in the past. I told you this was significant. I hope you realize how significant this is. You are 36 officers. I think you started out with 38. Not everybody can go to the academy. Not everybody can get through the academy. Not everybody moves on to the FTO phase, and not everybody gets through the FTO phase, and you all did. So I hope you realize the significance of that and have an understanding of just how good you are. I think you're ready, and I think you're capable of helping the citizens of Indianapolis in all facets of their life. You're probably excited to make a difference and to use those law enforcement skills that you've developed. When you look out and you start patrolling, you'll become very good at identifying those things that seem amiss and that may seem suspicious to you. And you'll take pride in order to impact that. And there's an expectation from the community that you see those things that are suspicious and you act on them. And we expect that from you. However, please don't spend all your time doing that. That is only part of policing. You have to recognize the lady that's sitting on her porch, the young man that's playing basketball, the elderly gentleman that's sitting in the barber shop. That's part of your responsibility too, and engaging with them in a positive manner will develop you and develop us as a police department, even more so than the law enforcement part that you'll do so well. This morning, I was at a breakfast at the Colts Pavilion with the Central Indiana Police Foundation, and some of the members are here. And we spent an hour learning about and looking around. The Colts Pavilion was packed with people that have such a great respect and love for law enforcement that they want to be involved. They see you as their heroes, and they want to make sure that you respond that way. And they want to rub elbows with you, so please take that time to do that. These last couple of weeks, a quote came to my mind, and I've used it several times in public, and I feel it's important to use it here so that you understand that, because I think it's important for you to realize as you move forward. But we sow our thoughts and we reap our actions. We sow our actions and we reap our habits. We sow our habits and we reap our character. And we sow our character and we reap our destiny. It's so important that your thoughts and that your actions lead you to have positive interaction with the people that you serve. Those actions and those thoughts and that positive interaction will create the character and the destiny for you individually as a police officer. But more so, it will reflect on all of us as a police department, and it'll make this community better. So congratulations. We appreciate everything that you've been through. This is going to be a great career for you. You have commanders sitting here just waiting and chomping at the bit to put you on middle shift and late shift probably. And I think you already know that. So you late shift officers, it's going to be a little more difficult for you to find those opportunities to engage positively with the community, but it's out there, so please search for it. And thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Could Anna Nichols come to the podium, please?
They told me I need a stool. I thought they were kidding. It's pretty tight. On behalf of the members of the IMPD 14th recruit class, I would like to start by thanking all of our friends and family who took the time out of their busy schedules to be here celebrating this milestone with us. The police academy can be very stressful, time-consuming, and emotionally draining, and without your unwavering support and love, we would not be where we are today. Let's take a moment to give a round of applause and appreciation for the hard work and sacrifice you, our family and friends, have made to ensure our success. We would also like to thank the IMPD Academy staff, our mentors, field training officers, field training specialists, supervisors, and the other patrol officers we have worked with over the last 11 months. Your training, expertise, and patience have been truly invaluable. Please join us in giving a round of applause for all of these wonderful people. This is the part where I was going to name 3 words, pause dramatically after each one, then dive into a story about each of those inspirational words. But the truth about the police academy is that it isn't always inspirational, heroic, brave, fearless, or any of the other words we like to associate with this career. I can think of many words to describe our experiences over the last 11 months, some of which make me smile, reflecting on how far we've come, and other words remembering the tough times which are not appropriate for this speech. On day 1, December 19th, 2016, we were all bright-eyed and ready to start our training. We couldn't wait to get to the academy to begin learning everything we needed to know to earn a shiny silver badge, a car with lights and sirens, a fancy uniform, and the ability to go forth and solve problems. I'll spare you all the gory details of those first few weeks of uniform mishaps, forgotten items, and rejected memos, but we felt like we could hardly manage to solve our own problems. For the first month, we considered having 14th, can't get it right, as our class motto. I remember clearly the first time we really came together as a team. On Friday, January 16th, we had our chemical weapons exposure. Most of you probably call this mace or pepper spray, and our families may remember us coming home that day with red swollen eyes. That was the day many of us lost our pride in an effort to cram into the showers to wash the spray off as quickly as possible. The following Monday, our team building was compounded as we each got to ride the lightning for 5 full seconds. After losing our pride from the pepper spray, some of us got to lose our dignity during the taser exposure. I won't mention any names because I don't want to embarrass myself. But walls were knocked down, real friendships began to form, and we learned to stop thinking about I and me and started focusing on we. Over the next 5 months, we shared triumphs and tragedies, successes and failures, and changed our ways of thinking to be ready for field training. We will never forget our time at the shooting range, which gave us many one-liner gems from staff, and most importantly, the best firearms training we could ask for. We enjoyed learning to drive fast, while also being cautious, how to recognize and help citizens experiencing a crisis, how to be safe while also being respectful, and had the opportunity to learn how to apply our training to real-life situations from veteran officers. After 26 weeks at the academy and 20 weeks of field training, we made it, and here we are, full of pride and emotion as we prepare to go out to our permanent assignments separately, but forever being part of the 14th recruit class. Even though this job isn't always as heroic, brave, fearless, or inspirational as the movies and TV shows make it seem, it is up to us to carry on a legacy. Together, we will seize this opportunity to serve our community with pride, professionalism, respect, and dignity. We not only have our families, staff, mentors, supervisors, coworkers, and role models to thank for their support and training, we also express sincere gratitude to our community and the people of Indianapolis for affording us your trust and the chance to serve you. May we always make you proud to be a part of this community and continue working together to build positive police-community partnerships in the city we are lucky to call home. We look forward to serving you. Thank you.
Sergeant Sullivan, will you ready the members of the IMPD 14th recruit class as Mayor Joseph Hogsett administers the oath of office?
14th IMPD recruit class. Untitled Chapter. Raise your right hand.
Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Indiana and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as an officer of the Consolidated City of Indianapolis under this appointment, according to law and city ordinances, to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Now, Sergeant Sullivan, please stage for the presentation of the certificates by our mayor and our chief of police.
Scott Anderson. Jack Becker. Andre Biggers. Robert Burns. Ethan Carr. Jocelyn Castor. Samuel Coors. Arnaldo Colazo. Lane Cooper. Jermaine Curry. Matthew Eberhardt. Chase Edwards. Justin Foster. John Francie. James Gilliam. Jeremiah Heckel. Austin Hedden. Christopher Hepfer. Michael Herrera. Christopher Higgins. Kyrie Jones. Denise Kelly. Brett Lauerman. Matthew Melke. Arthur Merkel. Anna Nichols. James Oberhelman. Quentin Powell. Kevin Rell. Jeffrie Shepard. Lovepreet Singh. Francisco Solis. Gerardo Solis. Max Triba.
Thank you, Mayor.
Douglas Turner. John Vogt.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the members of the 14th IMPD recruit class. Thank you. Please take your seats. At this time, I would like to ask the presenters of the awards to gather to the right of the stage or my left. Our first award is our Academic Achievement Award, presented by David Roth of Police and Firemen's Insurance. Dave.
Good afternoon. When I sit here and tell you good afternoon, I'm telling my extended family good afternoon. From the mayor to the chief to the command staff, thank you once again. This has been going on in Indianapolis since 1913. We're a company of 100 years. We're doing this in 48 states in the District of Columbia. It's those that serve, serving you as well. So we're very appreciative, but it's hardware time. And Ethan Carr, would you come out and receive your hardware? Ethan has got the academic award. He's receiving the Academic Achievement Award.
Congratulations. Our next award is our Best Mental Attitude Award. It's presented by the Eastside Optimist Club, Dr. Jeffrie Leibovitz.
I can't tell you how stoked I am every time there's a graduation to present this award. I represent the Eastside Optimist Club, a group of businessmen and women very close to the training center. And the award that we're handing out today is the Best Mental Attitude Award. Now, there's a lot of things you don't have choice about. When you get up in the morning, you can't choose your uniform, and it's a mighty fine uniform. You can't change your shoes. There's a lot of things you can't choose. But one thing you can choose every single day is your attitude. Perhaps the most powerful tool you have. And it kind of sets the stage for each day of work. And probably even more important than that is the attitude when you bring home. So every one of you arguably could deserve this award because every day going into training, you needed the best possible attitude to get through it. But your instructors probably would agree that each one of you deserve this. But this was elected by you guys for one individual. And along with comes a plaque, a perpetual plaque, and a monetary award of $250. So this year's recipient is Officer Jack Becker.
Congratulations. Our next award is for criminal law. Ruckelshaus, Kautzman, Blackwell, Bennis, and Hasbrook Law Firm, presented by John Kautzman.
Good afternoon. My name is Andrew Duncan. I represent Ruckelshaus, Kautzman, Blackwell, Bemis, and Hasbrook. John Kautzman couldn't be here today, so I'm here in his place. For decades, our law firm has represented law enforcement officers across the state of Indiana, starting with our late senior partner, Jack Ruckelshaus. Everyone in our firm is absolutely awe-inspired by the work that the men and women in law enforcement do. And your dedication and sacrifice fuels our dedication and sacrifice to represent you in the way that you deserve for all of the hard work that you do. Congratulations to all of you, and I'm here to present the award for criminal law, and this year's recipient is Denise Kelly. Denise. She is receiving a monetary award in the amount of $250 and a plaque recognizing her achievement. Thank you.
Congratulations. Our next award is for emergency vehicle operations, and Sergeant Tim Dowdy will be presenting.
The emergency vehicle operations training covers both classroom instruction and practical driving situations. This phase of training is structured to measure a recruit officer's knowledge and level of proficiency in the operation of a police vehicle. The recruit officers are not taught the basics of how to drive, although trust me, some of them needed the extra help. But they are taught how to drive in a police vehicle in emergency conditions without hitting cones, which simulate obstacles on the streets. Criteria for this award include a written examination and driving proficiency skills on several courses at the Indiana Law Enforcement Training Academy driving range. The recipient of this award is not necessarily a recruit who can drive the fastest, but the recruit who remains in control while driving fast. The recipient of this award also will be receiving a new car today. Please join me in congratulating Officer Jeremiah Heckel.
Congratulations on your new car. Our next award is for firearms training, and presenting this will be Sergeant James Barrow.
The next award is the IMPD Firearms Award. This Top Gun Award is decided by the Firearms Training Unit. The recruits spend 3 weeks during their practical use of force and firearms training at the range. The recruits utilize approximately 2,500 rounds and hundreds of dry fire repetitions. They learn from basic fundamentals to low-light scenario-based training. The overall Firearms Award is decided based on 7 qualification courses, a written examination, and good judgment and decision-making during practical exercises. The Top Gun Award for the 14th IMPD recruit class goes to Michael Herrera.
Congratulations. Our next award is for physical training. Officer Jason Gross will present.
Hello. Upon reporting to the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department Training Academy, recruits must successfully complete a mandatory battery of physical fitness components. These components are a vertical jump, push-ups, sit-ups, 300-meter run, and a 1.5-mile run. These same components with a higher standard must be successfully completed at the end of their academy as well. While at the academy, recruits are put through a physical training workouts that are designed not only to test their physical strength and conditioning, but build their ability to work with a team, as well as to test their mental and emotional capacity to function while in a stressful situation. The job of a police officer is not only physically taxing, but also emotionally taxing. A quote from Kevin Gilmartin states, "Physical fitness is not a luxury for law enforcement officers. It's a basic requirement if they are to become emotional survivors." The recruit receiving the Physical Fitness Award has exceeded standards and expectations in the areas of physical training. He came to the 14th recruit class well prepared. While in the class, he gave 100% during every single workout. When approached by fellow officers, he would offer help and guidance and just be a good team member. He has continued with this physical training well after he has left the confines of the academy and sets a fine example for future recruits. It's my pleasure to give the award for outstanding achievement in the area of physical training to Scott Anderson.
Congratulations. Our next award is for survival tactics, and it will be presented by Sergeant Aaron Sullivan.
Survival Tactics Warrior Spirit Award. Naming one from an entire class of warriors proved difficult. The 14th recruit class is made up of 36 guardians of American freedom. They all learn skills to physically protect our citizens, along with presenting a command presence to perhaps avoid having to use those physical force skills. The Academy staff concluded that the recruit officer that exemplifies the warrior spirit is Officer Andre Biggers.
Congratulations. Our next award is for leadership, presented by the Leadership Academy alumni, and presenting will be Deputy Chief Chris Baylor.
Good afternoon. The IMPD Leadership Award winner was nominated by his or her instructors and selected by the IMPD Leadership Academy Alumni Association. The winner is selected based on their demonstrated formal and informal leadership and by living up to the leadership test, doing the right thing at the right time in the right way for the right reasons. This award is sponsored by the IMPD Leadership Academy Alumni Association, and today's award is presented to Douglas Turner. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Our last award is the Richard I. Blankenbaker Overall Achievement Award, presented by the Chief of Police, Brian Roach. Richard I. Blankenbaker was a former public safety director under Mayor Hudnut, a community leader and grocer. He worked to improve the communication between police, fire, and the community, as well as implemented training on cultural and race relations during his tenure, all of which continues with us today. Our winner for the Richard I. Blankenbaker Award, Overall Achievement Award, is Anna Nichols. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to, of course, keep Anna up here on stage to present to Chief of Police Brian Roach the streamer and a plaque. Thank you. Again, I would like to invite Chaplain Patricia Holman up for the benediction.
If you would, please join me in prayer. Once again, oh God, we thank you for this assembly. These men and women are called to protect and to serve, to protect, to guard and to shield, to serve, to help, and to assist. We ask, oh God, that you would guide and shield them, help and assist them as they go out to protect and serve others. We ask, oh God, that you protect their minds, their bodies, their heart, and their spirit from all that they will see and all that they will hear. Help them to go home whole. We ask, oh God, that you protect their families and guard them as well. We ask that you would bless all those here today as we stand for right and stand against all that is evil. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
If you just remain standing as our graduates, our newest officers exit the auditorium.
14th IMPD recruit class. Up man, jump. Outward. Hey. Sir, report set up. Forward. March.
We would like to thank everyone for coming and again congratulate our graduates and their families. Thanks again, and you're dismissed. Please join us for reception and photographs, cupcakes, and some punch out in the lobby.